Hello and welcome to another episode of Dream Home Cooking. I have a delicious menu today. I am going to make a Parmesan Ranch baked chicken along with a savory baked rice, a cold green bean salad, and a delicious orange cranberry pound cake. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on the cake because I want to go ahead and have that baked and cooled before Mike gets here so we can eat it. So what you want to do is start with a box of yellow cake mix, and then to that I am going to add 4 eggs, and then I've got in here I have 3/4 cup of orange juice, and I'm going to go ahead and turn that on, and then a 1/2 cup of water. This is so simple and it's a great fall recipe. And then lastly, I have a 1/2 cup of vegetable oil that I'm just going to dump in here. And when you're baking a cake, it's really better if you add the eggs one at a time. I got a little overzealous there, but and then you just want to mix it for about 2 minutes. Okay, so I mixed that on high speed for about 2 minutes. And then now, the last thing that you want to put in here are dried cranberries or the craisins, and this is 1 cup. And you're just going to fold them in. I love a simple cake like this, and especially one that is not layers, because I do not do well. They're always uneven and I run out of icing, so it's just a struggle for me when it comes to baking. Okay, so I've got that all mixed. It smells delicious. Okay, now I'm gonna spray my bundt pan with this wonderful cooking spray that already has the flour in it, which is great. And just make sure you get it nice and coated. That always makes me nervous because I don't want it to stick. All right, and so now I'm going to pour it into this bundt pan very carefully. I love these kind of cakes too because they're delicious with breakfast in the morning with a good cup of coffee, or really just any time. And it also freezes very well after you bake it, because you know now it's just Mike and I at home. So when I make desserts like this, a lot of times we'll have a couple pieces of it, and then I'll freeze it and just put in individual portions, and then just pull it out of the freezer for a treat from time to time. All right, there we go. And then I always like to take it and just tap it on the counter a few seconds just to get any air bubbles out. And then this goes in a 350 oven for about 40 to 50 minutes, but depending upon your oven, you want to start, checking it about 40 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to put this in the oven, and then I'm going to clean up a little bit and start my savory baked rice casserole. All right, I got the cake stuff cleaned up, the cake's in the oven, it's smelling great. So now I want to show y'all how I make this savory baked rice. Anytime I make this for family or friends, they always ask for the recipe. It's just one of those wonderful, simple side dishes that just packs a lot of flavor. So what you want to do is start with 6 tablespoons of butter. I went ahead and started to melt it, and you want to have it on medium high. And I've got 1 onion that I chopped, and then 8 ounces of mushrooms, and I bought the ones whole, so I just kind of quartered each one. Unless they were really small, then I just cut them in half. But you want to saute these for about 6 to 7 minutes until the onions are translucent and you really start to smell the flavor. What I love about this is you start it on the stove, and then you transfer it to a baking dish and you bake it an hour, and then you can just forget about it and go on with other things. All right, so it's been about 7 or 8 minutes, and this is perfect. So now I'm going to take a cup of rice, and I'm just going to kind of saute it into the onions and mushrooms just until everything is mixed well. And I'm just going to do that for a couple of minutes before I add the 2 different soups. All right, so I think that's all nice and mixed well. Now the last 2 ingredients I'm going to add is a can of beef consomme, and I think I used that recently in a recipe. You can find it, on the soup aisle. And then I think I'm going to have to use both hands for this. And then a can of cream of mushroom soup. How can you go wrong with Campbell's cream of mushroom soup? All right. Okay, so I like to use a knife so I can get all that out of there. Okay, so put that down. Now I just want to make sure I get all that cream of mushroom soup stirred well into there, and then I'm going to pour it out into this 13 by 9 by 2 baking dish. And I did spray it with some cooking spray just for extra insurance. Okay, so it's ready to go into the pan. Okay, and then I like to take my spoon or spatula and get all that rice out of there. Ooh, that smells delicious. All right, so now I'm just going to cover it with foil. I'm gonna give it a little tap. Then I'm gonna cover it, and then I'm gonna bake it at 350 for 1 hour. So we're gonna take a break, and when we come back, I'm gonna show y'all how I do the Parmesan Ranch chicken.
Since 1983, individuals and businesses in Alabama have relied on Wolf, Jones, Wolf, Hancock, Daniel, and South for their legal representation. Our experienced attorneys offer high-quality legal counsel in commercial law, real estate, and personal injury litigation. So if you need an attorney, hire the best attorney you can. Call the experienced North Alabama attorneys at Wolf, Jones, Wolf, Hancock, Daniel, and South to arrange your initial consultation, because we're dedicated to setting the standard for legal services.
You know, years ago, we researched different cabinet companies. Wellborn was the cabinet company that we decided to go with. Wellborn has a lot of your custom style building like we did in the local cabinet shops years ago. You just can't go wrong with a product like that with Wellborn. On top of that, Wellborn has researchers that are out in the market every day. Their job is to see what's current in the market, what's selling, and what their dealers need to be showing in their showroom. So come out, let me help you design your kitchen with Wellborn products.
Hey guys, come on in.
Hey Troy.
Yeah, let me show you around.
Wow.
You know, as the Acme Brick spokesperson, I get paid in brick. All the brick I want. Solid. What? Too much? To get Acme Brick quality, look for the Acme name. And here's the guest room. Hope you like a firm mattress.
My father started this business in 1977. The people that work for us is part of what sets us apart. All of our employees have experience. All of our plumbers have been with us for 10 years or greater. Our motto at Dean & Son is quality and service. We're going to do quality work. We don't leave people hanging. We're there when we're supposed to be. We're done when we're supposed to be. Living up to what you sell and service them after they pay you, that's where your integrity in the plumbing business comes.
Dean & Son Plumbing Company. Call today at 518-9780.
Okay, we're back, and now I have got everything set out to make this Parmesan Ranch chicken, and you guys are going to love this recipe. It is so easy and it is delicious. So I want to start with seasoning the chicken. I already seasoned one side. So let me tell y'all, this was 4 huge chicken breasts. They were very thick. So what I did was cut each chicken breast in half, and then I pounded them with a meat mallet. And so now I have 8 smaller, thinner chicken breasts. So I seasoned the one side already. So now I'm going to do, it's my normal round of salt and pepper, and then the garlic powder and onion powder. It's so flavorful, and when you bake this in the oven, when it comes out, it's crispy on the outside, but really tender on the inside. And I love that you can get that without, having to deep fry it. Okay, so that was the onion powder, garlic powder, salt and pepper on there, and I'd already seasoned the other side. Okay, and for the breading, I have a cup of crushed cornflake cereal. That is delicious on this. It makes it really crunchy. Then I have a pack of the ranch dressing, just, the powder kind. And this adds a lot of flavor to it. Then I have 3/4 cup of finely grated Parmesan cheese. So just those 3 ingredients all together makes a delicious breading. So I'm gonna work this a little bit. You wanna spend some time stirring it, and I like to use a fork because you want all those seasonings to just marry all together before you bread it. And here is a stick of butter that I melted. So the chicken goes in the butter, and then the cornflake crumbs, and then the pan. Yeah, and when you're doing this kind of dish, you want to make sure that the meat you're using, whether it's chicken, pork, beef, pat it dry with paper towels. Make sure it's as dry as possible. That will also help in the crunchiness of it. And when I first did this, I thought that I would need an elevated rack, and I guess you could use that, but I thought it was perfect, just laying it, right in the baking dish. You want to mix it real well, because you don't want just a blob of ranch somewhere and no Parmesan cheese. So just take a minute or two to get it all mixed up. All right, I think we're good. That's my OCD in me. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to use the tongs. You just take it, dip it both sides in the melted butter, make sure it's good and coated, and then into the cornflakes, and just kind of push it down so that it gets a good coating, and then I kind of shake it. And then you just pop it in the pan. And I'm going to do that until I get all of them breaded. Okay, I had to add a little bit more butter, guys, because the recipe calls for 6 chicken breasts, and I had 8. So I melted a little bit more butter, and I got another little dish because I ran out of room in my pan. This is a really good little dish, and it goes great with this baked rice and this cold green bean salad that I'm going to show y'all how to make. And the cake is about 5 minutes from being done, and it smells delicious. All right, so that's the last one. I'm trying to get all that cornflake goodness that I can. Okay, so then these go in a 350 oven for 30 minutes. And then you just want to check them, make sure that they are completely done, but 30 minutes seems to be about the magic number. So I'm going to get these in the oven and get some things cleaned up, and when we come back, I'm going to show y'all how I make this cold green bean salad.
Carrier asks, what does comfort mean to you? Is it a cool breeze on a scorching day? Or a cozy corner on a cold night? That every room of the house is as inviting as the next. And the air is fresh and clean for everyone. That humidity is where it belongs. At Carrier, comfort means more than just the temperature.
Hello, I'm Annette Hale of Annette Hale's Indoor Comfort Systems, the lady with a team you can trust. Visit us online at indoorcomforthsv.com.
Choosing an appliance can be complicated these days. That's why at Bob Wallace Appliance, we start by asking questions like an occasional cook or a serious chef, something just for you or an army, once a week or once a day. You see, it's not just what we know about appliances, it's what we know about you. Bob Wallace Appliance, locally owned and operated for more than 35 years. Online at bobwallaceappliance.com.
When you select Wolde Flooring's hardwood, you don't just enhance your home, you transform it. With hundreds of beautiful, durable, hand-selected varieties that come with up to a 50-year warranty, you can count on unsurpassed beauty and proven durability that's guaranteed to stand the test of time. When you want the best flooring for your home, come to Wolde Flooring in Madison. WoldeFlooring.com, 256-325-8453.
Hey guys, I wanted to let y'all know about a year ago, me and Bruce Stone started a new company called Stonewood Homes. And Stonewood is a little different business plan than Woodland Homes because Stonewood is a scattered lot home builder, which means if you have a lot and you're looking for a builder, Stonewood is the answer. So if you own a home site or you're looking at building a custom home, give us a call at 830-9000 and let's start building.
Okay, we're back, and now I am going to show y'all how I make this cold green bean salad. I've been laughing with my producer, Sadler, because he's like, this does not appeal to me. I think it's a lady's dish. A lot of ladies like a cold salad, but anyway, some of you guys maybe too. But so I bought 2 packs of fresh green beans that are in the produce section, but they're already washed and trimmed, and they're in a little bag that you can steam. So instead of having to plunge them in boiling water and then ice water and all that, this takes a lot of the work out of it. So I put them in the microwave, steam the green beans only for 3 minutes, and then I let them cool a minute. And then now I am going to just chop them into bite-sized pieces, because this is a salad that you're going to be eating with a fork. So you want it to be easy for your guests or your people to take bites of it. Okay, so I already did 1 pack, so I am going to just throw those in there. This is also such a pretty, colorful salad. You can serve it it'd be great at Christmas, Easter, summertime. So it's very versatile. I love it. And then I put a cup of chopped fresh carrots. I've got a cup of sliced cherry tomatoes. And then I've got just a little handful of parsley that I rough chopped. And then a cup of fresh cucumber. I like to use the ones that they come in that plastic wrap. They're seedless. I think they're organic, but anyway, they're really good. All right, so you see how pretty those colors are. So now I'm just gonna give it a little stir to get the veggies mixed up together. And then I'm gonna whip up a little homemade dressing to pour over it. And of course, like any kind of cold salad, it's great if it can sit in the fridge for 24 hours. But if not, at least an hour or so. Okay. So for the dressing, I'm starting with a 1/2 cup of olive oil. I went ahead and measured that out in this little jar. Just makes it easy because I can shake it up and get it mixed. This is a teaspoon of Dijon mustard, the coarse ground Dijon mustard. I have about a 1/2 teaspoon of fresh lemon zest. I just did that off camera with my little zester. I'll get that out of there. And then we've got a teaspoon each of salt and pepper. I'm going to go ahead and throw that in there. And then I put a tablespoon of white sugar, 2 small cloves of garlic. And this is a great dressing that you could have, on a salad or a regular green salad. Okay, and then I've got 2 tablespoons of fresh squeezed lemon juice. I'm making sure I've got all my ingredients. That was a lot of ingredients, but you see how fast it goes once you've got it all out. So I'm going to use a fork to break up that mustard. All right, and then let's see, here's my lid. I love these little mason jars because you can just shake it up in there and it's done. Okay, so you just shake, 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 shake. And then we're gonna just pour it over this all these wonderful veggies. And then you just give it a good stir and put it in the fridge, and that's that. And I wanted to tell you guys about the community of the week this week. It's the retreat at Abbington, and boy, what a treat that is over there. It is a beautiful community out in the Monrovia area. It's in an excellent location, close to so many businesses, restaurants, easy access to 565. But what's great about the retreat is that it is carefree living. You've got somebody who does your lawn maintenance, all that good stuff. There's also a beautiful clubhouse that's being built there right now. It's almost finished. There's been some delays with furniture because we all know what's going on. But I encourage y'all to go out there. They're open 7 days a week. They have a gorgeous model home, 2 actually. So Mike will tell y'all more about that when he's here. But I'm going to go ahead and get this in the fridge. I'm going to check on the chicken, and then when we come back, I'll have Mike here with me to taste all these delicious recipes.
If you're looking to remodel or build your dream home, it all starts at the Dream Studio by Woodland Homes. At Woodland Homes Dream Studio, you'll work with seasoned professionals dedicated to providing you with the very best, whether you're starting from scratch or remodeling. And with thousands of selections to choose from, the Dream Studio offers everything you need at the absolute highest quality, all under one roof. The Dream Studio by Woodland Homes. Live your dream. Call 830-9000 today.
Okay, we're back, and as all per usual always, I got my hubby in the kitchen, my taste tester.
Got your builder.
My builder, that's right. And you're a doggone good one, too.
Thank you, baby. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
It's a team effort.
Yeah, I hear you. So I made my ranch Parmesan cornflake crusted chicken.
That was so good the last time we had
Yes, you made a sandwich with the leftovers and you loved it. He walked in and goes, "What's that?" But you loved it. I'll just remind you. And then my, savory baked rice. I've done that recipe forever. Everybody always loves that.
Yep,
I made, Sadler turns his nose up at that. It's a cold green, he goes, a cold green bean salad, but it's really good. It's got a lot of fresh veggies in there and a nice vinaigrette. Yeah. It's good. Yeah. And then this is an orange cranberry pound cake.
Well, it all looks great.
Well, thank you, honey.
Smells good, too.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm starving today, so let's get this rolling.
Let's eat.
Yeah, so I did. The community of the week is the retreat at Abbington, which is just such a unique little community. Yeah. I love it there. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it is. It's geared toward the either adult clientele or the clientele that is professionals who don't want to do any yard work. So it's a zero lot line community, and all the homes that we're building out there, we did something a little different with this particular community because everything's got electronic gates.
Right.
So you can drive down your driveway, open up your gate, come in, and then shut your gate, and basically it just creates more security, for that adult clientele that's living there. Right. So they love that feature about it. We are just a week or two away from finishing our clubhouse, which is awesome.
I talked about that. Yeah.
Last month, we put in our walking path. So we've got a big common area. So we've got one loop is about a quarter of a mile. So it's kind of like, if you do 4 loops, it's a mile, so it gives the, a community a nice place to get out and walk or run right next to the clubhouse. And, but this is it's a carefree, maintenance-free style of living. And we lived in a patio home community while we were building this particular house, and I loved it.
We both loved it.
Yeah, the house that we built was a great house, and it was comfortable, and, but the people that are looking for this type of product, they want something carefree, maintenance-free, but they also want something that's in a really, really, really good location.
Right, and that's a great location.
Yeah.
That area has grown so much, it's unreal. You got everything you need.
Yeah, it's right there. We're about 50% through with the building. We just added phase 2, so we've just started building in phase 2. We've got great home site selections. We've got some home sites that actually back up, to a tree line, so you've got some privacy there. Good school systems, good location, great product. And, there's a lot of people out there that live in a larger home that really want to scale down, but they don't know where to go or, how to accomplish that. And we're really one of the only builders that's building new construction that actually caters toward that adult clientele or that empty nester that's looking to scale down, simplify, move into something maintenance-free so that they can go and they can travel and they come back and their yard's taken care of and all that kind of stuff.
Well, our best friends, Tina and Ashley, live in one of our carefree communities. They absolutely love it because, and they've got this close group of neighbors. In the summer, they're all at the pool. In the winter, they're doing things. And so I think it's a wonderful concept.
But it is the Retreat at Abbington. It is located off Waltrana Road on Harbin Road. And that's kind of out in the Madison-Monrovia area.
More than Monrovia, I would say.
Yeah, more than Monrovia area. But it is inside the city limits, so you get city services there. But for plans and more information, log on to woodlandhomes.com and go to the Retreat at Abbington. They have maps there. They've got the floor plans there. They've got a lot of information there. But that's your first step. Second step was we've got 2 model homes out there that'll fully furnished. And so we encourage you to go out there and just see our new home sales professional. April is out there, and she's glad to show you the models and give you information about the community.
She is spunky and loves what she does.
She does.
She'll sell you a house before you know it.
Yeah, she takes care of our customers out there. Does. So visit our website and for your recipes.
Yes, you can find them on our woodlandhomes.com or Dream Home Cooking Facebook page. Oh, and we also want to always give a big shout out to our sponsors.
Absolutely. Y'all come and see us. Are you ready to eat?
Yes, I am.
Let's do it.